Most people think investing is for people with money. They picture someone with a six-figure salary, a financial advisor, and a spreadsheet full of stocks. They look at their own bank account and think, I'll start when I have more. That moment never comes, and every month they wait is a month of compounding they'll never get back. The uncomfortable truth is that the amount matters far less than most people think. What matters is starting. And starting with €100 a month is enough, not because €100 is a lot, but because of what €100 becomes when time is working for you. Here's what the math actually looks like. €100 a month invested consistently into a broad index fund tracking the global market at a historical average return of around 7% annually after inflation. In year 5, you've put in €6,000. Your portfolio is worth around €7,300. The gap between what you put in and what you have is small, but it exists. In year 10, you've contributed €12,000. Your portfolio is worth around €17,400. Now the gap is meaningful. In year 20, you've put in €24,000. Your portfolio is worth over €52,000. You have more than double what you contributed, and the extra €28,000 came from doing nothing. In year 30, you've contributed €36,000. Your portfolio is worth over €121,000. The money you never touched has tripled your input. That's compounding. It's not exciting at first. Then it becomes the most powerful financial force you've ever seen. But this only works if you're invested in the right place. €100 a month sitting in a savings account at 1% produces almost nothing over 30 years. The same €100 in a low-cost global index ETF, something tracking the MSCI World or the S&P 500, participates in the growth of thousands of companies across the world simultaneously. When one sector suffers, others compensate. When the economy grows, you grow with it. You don't need to pick stocks. You don't need to time the market. You need to be in the market consistently and leave it alone. There's one mistake that destroys this entire strategy before it can work: stopping. Markets drop, sometimes 20%, sometimes 40%. Every single time that happens, the instinct is to sell, to protect what's left, to wait until things recover before getting back in. Every single time, that instinct is wrong. When markets drop, your €100 buys more units of the fund than it did the month before. You're not losing, you're buying at a discount. The people who panicked in 2008 and sold locked in their losses. The people who kept investing through it doubled their money within 4 years. The strategy isn't complicated. The hard part is behavioral, not financial. The practical setup is simpler than most people expect. You need a brokerage account. In Europe, platforms like DeGiro, Trade Republic, or Interactive Brokers give you access to index ETFs with minimal fees. You pick a broad, low-cost ETF. The expense ratio, the annual fee the fund charges, should be under 0.20%. Anything higher is quietly eating your returns year after year. You set up an automatic transfer of €100 on payday before you have the chance to spend it. And then you do the hardest thing in investing: nothing. The only real variable left is time. €100 a month starting at 25 produces a fundamentally different result than €100 a month starting at 35. Not slightly different, radically different. The 10 years between 25 and 35 are worth more than the following 20 purely because of compounding in the early years. This is the one resource in investing you genuinely cannot recover. You can earn more money. You can increase your monthly contribution. You cannot go back and start 10 years earlier. So the question isn't whether €100 is enough. The question is whether you can start this month.